Tonight we are going to be making roasted potatoes in the oven and a pork tenderloin in the Instant Pot. We are also going to be making broccoli on the stovetop in a cast iron pan. We're going to cut up our baby red and yellow potatoes. If they're large, you can quarter them. If they're smaller, you can half them. We're going to place them in a bowl with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And to that, we're going to add some salt and pepper. We're going to add garlic powder and onion powder and some rosemary. We're going to stir that up really good, and then we are going to spray our pan down with some cooking spray. I use the avocado oil spray from Costco. And then we're going to dump our potatoes onto the pan, and we are going to bake those at 400 degrees. You can also chop up some garlic and onion and put them in the empty bowl and stir them around and get the olive oil and spices on them. We're going to cook our potatoes in the oven at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. After that, we're going to add the onions and garlic. So now we are making the rub for our pork tenderloin. That is going to be 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of rosemary, 1 teaspoon of thyme, 1 teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of pepper. We are also going to mix up our liquid for the Instant Pot, and that's going to be 1 cup of chicken broth. You can use 1 cup of water to 1 teaspoon chicken bouillon and microwave it for about 30 seconds. To that, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of honey, and 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard or brown spicy mustard. We're going to blot dry our pork tenderloins, and then we are going to turn our Instant Pot to Sautée. Once the oil has started popping, we can put the pork tenderloin in. It's been 15 minutes, so now we're going to add our onions and garlic to our pan of potatoes. Place them back in the oven for another 15 minutes. We're ready to place our pork tenderloins into the Instant Pot. We are going to brown each side of the pork tenderloins for a couple minutes each side. I totally forgot to put the rub on the pork tenderloins, so I did add the spices for the rub into the liquid after I poured the liquid in. Once those have browned nicely on each side, we're going to remove them from the pan and place on a plate. We're going to add some sliced onions and garlic to our pan, and we're going to saute those for a couple of minutes. Once those have sauteed, we're going to deglaze the pot with our liquid, and we're going to pour just a little bit in at first, and we're going to scrape all the bits from the bottom of the pan. And then once we've got all the bits, we're going to pour the remaining amount of liquid into the pot. We're going to turn the saute off, and we're going to place our pork tenderloins into the Instant Pot. And we are going to turn that on pressure cook high for 3 minutes. Then we are going to let that steam naturally for 10 minutes on keep warm. While that is cooking, we can fry up some broccoli in a cast iron pan. I just do butter, broccoli, salt, and pepper. So good. Alright, our potatoes have now finished cooking, and our pork tenderloin has rested for 5 minutes, and it is done.
Dinner's done!